I think that in this episode was a focus. It was the conversation. It was the assignment. And I think, the writer, Miss Tawny, did her thing. Miss Newsom,
And
you did your thing. And we appreciate stuff like this. And again, you don't have to be a Star Trek fan, Star Wars fan, Marvel fan. You don't have to be any of those things. You could just be a good human being with a good heart. And you love to hear when people win. And that's me. I love to hear when people win. It's always making me feel good when people win. And this episode is about winning on a whole nother level, man. So yeah, man. Big ups to Starfleet Academy, episode 5, was it? Is that episode 5?
yeah, episode 5, the mid-season finale. Mid-season, I don't even call it finale. It was just a kind of a mid-season episode. And yeah, Starfleet is definitely Starfleet has definitely been putting it. Oh yeah, it's not in the cards. Yeah. However, we'll definitely get into that in a little bit. Also, I think Resident Evil dropped a new trailer. There's a bunch of new news as well. There's some information about what was it? What was that other thing that was happening? There's a lot of really cool stuff happening in the Nerdverse that we'll get to. But without further ado, let's go ahead and delve a little bit into our interview with the goddess. That we were able to kind of pick her brain for a few minutes and just kind of get to know the woman behind the characters that she can also wonderfully illustrate on screen. And Ty, this was a milestone for us, right? Like we've been really looking forward to speaking to Yetide for years, and to have her on screen, man. You want to talk about how you stopped?
I geeked out. I geeked out. I geeked out, y'all. I geeked out, y'all. I couldn't keep my composure. I like, how you sometimes you meet your heroes, you know what I mean? Like this was me. This was a moment that I've been looking forward to ever since I saw first episode of her in American Gods. I was like, ooh, who is she? You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's amazing. And then the journey just, of her being in the episode of Strange New Worlds. That was season 2, I think episode 2 or 3, something like that. It was probably, and Vince, you can agree or jump on the bandwagon too, but it was probably one of the best Strange New World episodes of any season thus far. It was rooted in, it was, the monologues in it were incredible. Like it was like some of the, when I say touch your soul, there was some soul touching going on for sure in those episodes. So I had to give her flowers before we got on camera, just so I didn't embarrass myself or her. So I let her know before the show that I loved her and I've been in love with her. And I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
First of all, I want y'all to take note to what Ty looks like for this interview. All right. Every interview that we pull up to, you can kind of tell how significant that interview is, depending on how well Ty is groomed, whether he lets his hair down, does he put on the mink? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to determine whether or not you important based on how Ty comes. If he pulls up in the hoodie with the blunt hanging out the mouth, he don't really give a fuck about that interview.